Alright guys, Inferno here. I mean, Arcane Odyssey is pretty dry, but I've got some pretty cool sounding stuff on the Trello, so let's get into it. There's a bunch of new lost spells, lost techniques, rare techniques, stuff like that. Some buffs for weapon users as well, don't worry. Nothing new about spirit weapons, but I guess I've already got a couple of those before, so that's fine. So as usual, hit the subscribe button if you're new, let's get into it. So I'll start off right here. The first one we've got is Ray, a new rare spell. It's sort of like Surge, but you focus more onto like one point, kind of, I guess. It's kind of vague in the description. It says high AoE, but that's also what Surge does, so I don't really know what the difference is. So it's a continuous beam that you can drag, so you can like change its aim while you're casting, sort of like Surge. And there's like some end lag on it when you try to change the angle of it, so it just sounds like a stronger version of Surge almost. We'll see. Sort of like, I don't know, just reminded me of like Kizaru's Light Rays from One Piece, you know. Next up, this one sounds very cool. Meteor, rare spell 180 magic. Sorry, Ray was 340 magic, which is level 170. So level cap will be at least 170 probably. Might be exactly 170. We'll see. Meteor is 180, so it's a bit lower. Rare spell that conjures a massive magic circle in the sky, and it just sends a meteor crashing to the ground. And if you can do a amount above one, they'll like scatter around basically. So that sounds pretty cool, you know, some like Madara type stuff, or like, I don't know, Jogo, you just summon a fire meteor, it's gonna be fire, bro. I mean, I hope we get ultimate art meteor pretty soon, actually 180, so it might even be possible kinda soon to get ultimate art meteor, that's gonna be fire. Yeah, probably not this update, I don't really know what the ultimate requirement is exactly, but if it's 180 magic to unlock, then ultimate art meteor probably not that far away. Yeah, that could be exciting. Next up, this is a really cool one as well. Conjure Elemental. This is basically the same as that one spirit weapon thing when you summon the guy next to you. So this is, you can summon one or multiple elementals that fight alongside you. So it says or multiple, so you can get multiple of them. Not really sure if there's a, you know, you can do one with more HP or multiple with less HP. Not really sure what will be better, but yeah, they use your magic and they'll look like whatever they're made of. So if you have sand, they'll be made out of sand, basically. That's cool. We've got a technique here, so strength. Breathtaker, similar to Crash apparently, but it hits a vital point, which basically means the person you hit loses some energy and stamina. So if you spam this, you know, there could be 0 stamina and they just hurt themselves like trying to do attacks maybe. Could be good. Another rare spell here, Quake. You know, sort of like Whitebeard from One Piece. 180 magic as well. Wide range shockwave explosion. You can only do it on the ground. And then also launches enemy into the air. And then the smaller the radius you make it, it'll do more damage and like launch them higher. And it can scale from 50 to 200% size. You can make it like really big as well. Which probably look pretty cool. Probably won't be that strong if you make it that big, but yeah. Alright, 2 more. So we've got this lost spell here, Annihilation, which is 280 magic. You jump into the air and form a powerful blast, and then you throw it, and if it hits someone it'll like explode basically. This sort of just sounds like a spirit bomb from Dragon Ball. You know, you jump up, charge it up, and throw it down, and it just does a lot of damage. So that sounds pretty cool as well. Annihilation. And then we've got a lost technique, which is Revenge. This is basically like a parry slash counter thing. So you enter a defensive stance, and if someone hits you, you don't take any damage, and instead you either teleport behind them or fire a projectile towards them. Not sure if you'll be able to like counter the counter. That'd be funny, right? Yeah. And it has automatic aim, so it might just be like a lock-on type of thing. Not too sure. Not sure if you're able to dodge this either, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so those ones sound very cool. Now I've got 2 other things, which is kind of like combat as well. So first up, we've got the Infused Dagger, which is a potion type. And you use some stuff to brew it, and you can give yourself a blood disease. And what that does is reduces your HP by 30%, but now you have a status effect that applies whenever you hit someone with anything, by the sounds of it. Any attack you do will apply that status effect. So yeah, you're basically trading HP to do a status effect, which will basically result in like more offensive power, I guess. Not really sure what status effect will be the best one for this. If you guys can think of like a good combo with like a status effect and like a magic or something, let me know. And you'll be able to cure yourself in the future as well. And then we've got Grease, which is kind of the same thing. You guys can read through this. It's sort of the same thing as that Infused Dagger, but it's only for weapons and it does not reduce your HP. So it's basically just like a better version of that for weapon users. You need to kill Krakens to make it, so it might be kind of hard to get, but yeah, you can stack status effects on your weapon, and it won't remove the status effect that it's already on the weapon, so you can basically get two status effects whenever you hit someone, which could be very strong depending on what they are, so yeah, let me know if you guys can think of any good combos for that as well. Alright, so there is actually one more lost technique. This is actually a bit ago, I didn't even see this one. So it's called Crescendo. Long startup, long cooldown, 2-hit cone AoE move. 300 strength. That's kind of all it says. It doesn't really describe it like the other ones, I guess, huh? So yeah, that's pretty much it for the new lost spells and lost techniques I was covering. They all sound really cool, to be honest. A lot of those magic ones, you know, summoning people, spawning in meteors, spirit bombs, earthquakes, and whatever, or the ray. They all sound quite cool, right? So I'll probably be staying mage. Honestly, I was considering, you know, going spirit for the new spirit weapons, but I mean the mage skills sound even cooler if I'm being honest. So let me know what you guys think of that. You know, what class you're going to be playing full release, and hit that subscribe button, of course, if you are new to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.